kickoff as we resume action in the second quarter. Here's McPherson now to send it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now it's Burrow on the move to his left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He can't get him down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
11 more on that one and another first down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 21 yards away. And the 49ers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Eluding the pressure right. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation.
And look at this. He's going to keep it. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On second down, McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Here we go. Burrow. With a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. Here we go. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are pouring it on. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a two-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Let's go, fellas. Here we go. Sack
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
For the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Flush to his right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On one, right?
Line of scrimmage,
11,
the 15. It's 1st and 10.
11, Thomas.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it, escaping the pressure right. And boy, talk about adding insult to... He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened. You're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now Burrow.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. Flushed out right. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Jones on the return. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals getting set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. Oh, and it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Gun.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in the dual threat role. Really chewing up yardage.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. Here's Burrow. And the Bengals just continue to roll. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And all deep into his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Drew Sample. With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the open. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Burrow on play action. Steps away. This is caught. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and goal from the 1.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket to mix it on the check down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack. Sets him back big time. Rolling to his right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Purdy tight end Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up to the 39. McCaffrey on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the for all quarterbacks, but when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now.
Here's a diving catch right side. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let it behind you. You're the last line of but he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition?
Taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. There's a nice move. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what...
And shutting him off, now open field. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins. 63 yards. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me...
Bro, the TikTok live, I mean, y'all want to hear this?
Who live on the east side?
It's crazy right now, bro.
Deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And his main guy all day, Chase has another one. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Hey, we got to go score.
Now Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Jawan Jennings, touchdown. Jawan Jennings, 67 yards. And the 49ers are able to claw one back. Now Moody for the PAT. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, a little risk, a little trickeration on that return, but hey, the payoff, a touchdown.
And because this is the NFL, no band on the field, no trombone guy getting trampled going into the end zone. But how about how they got it done and turned it into a touchdown?
And that's one of those things where if that's a fumble on a lateral, the coach is angry. But if it works and you get in the end zone, it's a pat on the back, right?
It's something you have to do. You got to try it, try and get it done, and make sure you give yourself every chance to find a way to score.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. A dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals are pouring it on. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Joe Burrow scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Niners set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game. And that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Get to him right away, but still down to the 44-yard line with a catch. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins, 44 yards. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense... And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And oh, deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably...
And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they...
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
On 1st down, Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Being chased under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel. He's to the 15, and finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Powering his way forward. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except...
There he goes right side. There he goes again. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase,
Here we go.
77 yards. And the Bengals continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Burrow. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get back?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. Inside the 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Here we go.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally.